What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks for pressing play. Today is going to be a TRX kind of day. We got two of them here. And if you guys aren't familiar, the brand new TRX was just announced 2027, but it's not that different from these ones. So we got some cool mods to do. Well, really just one mod on the gray TRX behind me. You guys might know whose that is, but we'll talk about all of that in a second. It's something that all of you guys could use. If you have a TRX, this is going to be beneficial to you. And honestly, even if you got one of those brand new fancy 2027s, it might work with that too. Let's talk about it. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the channel, this is my RAM TRX. We've done a couple mods with it, and honestly, it's been basically the best truck I've ever owned. A friend of mine got a RAM TRX as well. This is the granite color, which is like a gray, and same kind of wheels, same kind of tire setup. We tried to mirror each other a little bit, but one thing that we've noticed about these trucks, and you can't really tell with his, but you will be able to tell with mine, is the amount of dirt that those wheels and tires kick up on the side of the truck. I mean, you can literally see it's angled like this. And during the winter time especially, you'll get all of the ice and stuff will build up on the door handles here. And it's kind of a problem because there is no mud flaps or anything to stop these giant tires from kicking stuff up. So fast forward to for Christmas, I guess, this guy got a little bit of a Christmas present, and they are the WeatherTech mud flaps. Now, why this is important is because these things fit like they're stock, basically. They'll fit right around the actual fender flare here, real tight and nice to make them look like basically they came with the truck, but they're going to offer the protection from the side of the truck, especially during the winter time, because if you live in Pennsylvania, you know what I'm talking about. This stuff will just splash up on the side of the truck, freeze on the door handles, freeze on the side steps. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So we're going to install these today, and as you can see here, these are a no drill option. So you don't have to drill, there's no tape, there's no nothing like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get these things unboxed and take a look at what we're going to be doing. This is going to be the set for the front. There's not going to be much in the box outside of the actual mud flaps themselves because, like I said, there isn't a real big install procedure here. You can see from the way that these are cut in how that's angled right there. That's literally going to fit right around the actual fender flare, so it will give it that stock look. And honestly, even the plastic texture is very similar to the fender flare itself. So obviously this will go in the front, but they're going to be cut right around the actual fender flare here. So you can see the way that that's angled, that's going to fit right into it. And all the holes there are all factory fasteners, so you don't have to drill, you don't have to do anything like that, and these are going to give you that extra protection to keep the mud and the crud off the side of your truck. So pretty cool stuff. I've been looking at these for a while for myself, but I figured this guy got them for Christmas, so we might as well make a quick video showing you guys how to install them and what we think about them. So if you guys do want to order these yourselves, I'll put a link down in the description below, but at the same time, this is the front, 110137, and then the backs are 120137. So basically very similar product number. One's a 1, one's a 2, and that's going to get you the front and the rears. So we are cleaning up the area first, of course. This is wintertime here in Pennsylvania, so everything looks like crap. We want to clean it up and get any kind of dirt and rocks out of there before we start into this too much. But after that's all wiped up, we're going to use an 8mm socket and literally remove the bottom 4 8mm screws here. And then the mud flap goes in that place. You put the same screws back through. It really is pretty simple here. So I'm not going to focus too much on the install, but the after product is going to be what we're going to pay some attention to, because again, this truck with these wheels and tires, if you have an aftermarket set of wheels and tires, and even honestly, even the stock ones did it to some degree, it shoots stuff up on the side of the truck pretty heavily. You're definitely going to want something to add a little bit of extra protection. And like I said, I've been looking at these for my truck for quite some time. I almost bought them like 2 or 3 different times, but I just never got around to it. So he's kind of the guinea pig here. If this ends up working pretty well, we're gonna go ahead and do it for my truck as well.
I'm worried about also rocks hitting
the
side.
Yeah, anything. It doesn't matter. Not just yeah. It could be rocks, dirt, mud, crud, snow, salt. Yeah, salt's a big one too. Here in Pennsylvania, they put down salt and cinders, which are basically just tiny little rocks. You don't want any of that stuff going down the side of your truck. So we got all the bolts out, and this is how it's gonna fit right in there. Yeah, look at that. Literally goes right around the stock flares. And it pops out where the stock flare starts to protrude from. So it literally looks like that's one piece. That's pretty cool. So once again, just using the stock hardware, we'll tighten it right in and hold it in place. No drilling, no tape. Definitely an easy install, and it looks really OEM. So here it is from a distance. We're gonna go ahead and do the rear one here now and kind of show you one side done, one side not done. 50-50 shot. The same thing for the rear. Just gonna reuse the factory bolts that were there. So whenever I say that these are a no drill option, it means you're not drilling any new holes. So even though we are using an impact here, some of you guys might call that a drill. That's not what I meant. We mean no additional holes need to be drilled because we're reusing factory locations. So here we go. The rear is done and the front is also done. So if you're interested in what these are going to look like, that's what you got. So like I said, very easy install. Just reuses all the stock bolt holes and bolts. Literally, you can have this done in about 5 minutes max. And it's going to offer a lot of protection. So that's one side done. And then of course the driver's side is still completely not protected here. Or even if you like the look better without them, which I'm kind of still on the fence myself personally, but the protection, you can't deny the protection here. If you were ever to wanting to remove them, they're going to remove as easily as they install. Literally 4 bolts on each one. You can zip them out in probably less than 5 minutes. And also from the front, gives it a little bit more of a girthy look. Yeah, I know. They're mud flaps at the end of the day, but it's a neat option because of how interestingly they fit. They almost look OEM. Now you could have almost molded this into the factory fender flare, which would have given it even a cooler look. For the price too, these things were right around a little over $100. They're really a good option. And just like that, driver's side is now finished as well. So seriously guys, even while filming this, maybe 5 minutes, and that's with a quick impact, just bam, bam, done. So if you wanted to take them off, you could take them off just as easily. But yeah, I'm curious what your thoughts are. What do you think about these? Let me know down below. They are growing on me. I do like the way that looks. It gives it a little bit of a girthy look. Plus, like I said, the protection. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on this. I wanted to get a quick TRX video out. It's been a little bit since I've filmed something with the TRX, so we're doing it today on a friend of mine's truck, but got 2 TRXs in the driveway here, and one's now slightly more protected than the other. So check them out down below, guys, the WeatherTech mud flaps. And if you guys are watching this and you're going, well, Justin, those look pretty cool, but I don't have a TRX. Fear not, because they actually make these for all kinds of trucks and all kinds of cars with the same no drill option. So whether you have Ford Raptors, TRXs, Silverados, they're gonna have this option available for you. So check out the link down below, grab a set for yourself. You guys now know about the mud flaps, but odds are pretty good. You guys already know that they also make floor mats. So these are, of course, the WeatherTech floor mats. These are gonna be going in a Corvette here very soon. But WeatherTech makes all kinds of cool stuff. Besides the floor mats, the mud flaps, they even make like bed, cargo area covers, protectors, all kinds of cool stuff. So like I said, check it out in the link down below. If you liked what you saw here, guys, smash the thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking the content. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because I do have a lot of TRX stuff coming. Maybe a new TRX, we'll see. But either way, lots of content on these beasts coming you're not gonna wanna miss. And as always, guys,
Stay obsessed.